What's happening, my good people? It is your boy PKG Deluxe back with another vid on how I did. You already know what it is, right? All right, so cool. I'm here to talk about today. Well, I'm gonna say it in the title, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This is technically going on my third year number 3. Trace, uno, second, 3. So I'm at a point now where I won't say I've gotten comfortable with saying, oh, well, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 job. I don't plan on ever going back. I've gotten to a point where I don't think that's what I want to do. So, which is good, I think, in the same sense, but scary. So, the first year when I initially started off, I was like, what can I really do out here? I don't have a skill. I don't know of a trade. I don't have things that I just, sell and do. So I'm like, well, what do I got? At one point in time, I just told you, hey, this just right. This technologically advanced electronical stuff worked. It was the coolest thing that you could add to your home to make it look spiffy, neat, cool. And I was just like, cool. That was not selling type thing. But what else could I do? I was working more towards being a avid reader, a historian, somewhere along the lines of that, because I like talking about things that are educational. But marketing versus education, we can kind of sway them both the same way and see how we get them. That's what this channel is about, and that's what this is going to be on. So going into my third year now is being technically an entrepreneur. I haven't had a job, haven't worked for anyone, haven't had anything that has given me a tax or any type of payment to say, hey, this is what you got to do. It's all been hard grit grind and app-based things that I've been doing. I've literally had to purchase things out of my own pocket. I've had to make all the accounts for things that I've done handiwork and find other ways to use and make my own skills. So I technically have still been on the same path that I've been 2 years ago, and it's been pretty smooth, but at the same time, it has had its ups and its downs. So I've had periods where I've been completely flat broke, and I've had periods when I've been like, oh my goodness, I'm on my way out. So it's a good feeling to know how it all structures, but it really comes with just the confidence to keep going. So like going back to what I was saying earlier, what was I good at selling? TVs, okay? TVs was my biggest thing because that was the store's biggest thing, not mine, but we take what we were given. So if we wanted to talk about anything that we could put inside someone's home, which essentially that was a lot of people, excluding myself because I didn't have one, a lot of people like talking about things that you can add into your home that may make it cool and nifty. So that's what I became the guy to end up doing in the store, and how could I make some type of effort to put that out the store. So COVID took place once again. You guys know about that. 2019, leading up to 3 years now. I've had to really build clientele, talk to people, net my way through, and see exactly what I was able to figure out just by buying in the right tools. So it starts with a building package. Everything wasn't given to me. So I had to do my due diligence, research into, look at and see what was there, look at opportunities, and then say, okay, maybe I can use this to make my own benefit. So I started using an app shortly after like a year called HelloTech. HelloTech was cool because it sends you a bunch of leads. For those who don't have a business or plan on starting a business or wanted to know more about their own businesses, you can start with just the building block of using apps to get your name out there. Have a load of pictures and buku amounts of work that you've already completed, done over the years, and say that you are at least closer to licensed than anyone else and a lot more creditable than people who don't have those things. So a year ago, I tried something new. I wasn't good at it, and then I became, I won't say a master of it, but the short of sense, a jack of all trades. I learned how to do it, I made money off of doing it, and I transitioned over to something else. So I never went back to trying to work a 9 to 5 because I found my skill. That skill was just mounting TVs. You'll be surprised the amount of people that want stuff like that done because truthfully, they just don't know how to do it, or aren't capable of doing it, or don't want to do it, or don't want to spend the time to do it. Rather pay someone to do it. So it's a lot of things, a lot of variables will come into it. But I'm telling you because it's an opportunity window. So when there are moments when you have, man, How am I gonna make money today? I grab a wrench and I figure it out because someone out there really wants something done. There's been two apps, I think, over the past 3 years that I've used the most. One called HelloTech and the other one called Thumbtack. Thumbtack is essentially a general of what the other is. And HelloTech is essentially a spectacle of what Handy is, or Thumbtack is. So HelloTech gives you the service jobs of doing doorbells, TVs, setting up, home theater systems, essentially everything that Geek Squad themselves at the building can do. You're also going to be capable and understanding of knowing how to do all that stuff, which isn't really all that hard, I promise you. It's just fiddling around, understanding what the product is, and probably just looking at the manual. Because those three things, in a nutshell, is literally how you figure it out. But going back to the reasons why this goes into year 3, all 3 of those attributes of things you need whenever you're trying to figure out what your next passion is going to be. I don't care if you are a person that looks into and say, eyelashes, what can I do off of eyelashes? Nails, what can I do off of nails? Skin, what can I do off of skin? There are people making money off of doing all the things that you're thinking about someone else won't do. So I've ran into an extracision, I've ran into a nail technician, I've ran into a eyelash technician, and I want to say MUA or MAC makeup. I'm not sure exactly what the title is, forgive me for not knowing, but I ran into a bunch of these people who are essentially in the same boat of entrepreneur realm as me. They are no different than the guy or woman that works at the beauty salon and or the barbershop. Those people collect cash app, spend their time, invest in their tools the same way that you would if you wanted to go get something done. So it's a lot of people that love to get themselves lined up and cut and all these things, but you also have to think, like, how often is it not just you, but also other people who are looking at the same things as well. So it's just something to take into note and understand along the way, because hey, if you're starting an entrepreneurial journey, it's gonna come with ups and downs. It's not gonna be easy. Just make sure that you're able to stay diligently through and focus all the way out. I promise you'll be able to make it, all right? PKG Deluxe is here. PKG Deluxe is out, baby.